make money that don't make sense. And I want people to stop saying that. Anybody that's getting into this nonprofit business know it is not easy, but it's a big business where some of the most paid CEOs in the world is coming from nonprofit organizations.
Talk to him.
So let's talk about money, right?
It's an NFL nonprofit, I heard.
Talk to him.
Bro.
Colleges, talk to him.
We gotta talk about the language of nonprofit, you know, what it's for when you talk about nonprofit. All these things matter, you know what I mean? A lot of people just jumping on the wave because you thinking, oh, I got a good heart, I'm a nonprofit. Good heart ain't got nothing to do with nonprofit.
Wiped out.
You'll be beat up and battered thinking because you got a good heart that you could just jump in the nonprofit world. Nonprofit is big business. Nonprofit has nothing to do with your heart. Get it out your mind.
Free game.
It has nothing to do with your heart. You have to learn, and you have to understand the business to be able to be a profitable nonprofit. You feel what I'm saying? You got nonprofits like United Way, you know what I mean, that's making buku money off of donations, endowments, sponsorships, or whatever, tax write-off. However, that is big business. We got the same capacity, but we don't know that side because we coming in leading with our heart, running out there getting our head cracked, but we ain't doing a business part of what we supposed to be doing when we doing impact. You can't separate the two, or you're gonna get frustrated climbing the scale of impact without no business infrastructure. Because you're gonna feel like everything you did was pointless, and everything that you did out of the kindness of your heart went unnoticed, unrecognized.
Be better.
You know, and you think
make you turn
United Way and Red Cross beefing?
You ever had your head cracked?
Plenty of times. No. We're not about to trip. We're not about to trip. It hurt. It hurt. It would crack you to the point where you on your knees and ask a guy like, "What am I doing?"
Because they'll tell you, listen, a 20-page grant.
I'm being serious.
20.
That took probably, I want to say, 2 weeks, right? Then you had to pay somebody to
Look over it.
Look over it. You had to pay somebody submit it. You had to make sure, and then they'll send you an email back like, "Yo, listen, your work is recognized. We know what you're doing. We acknowledge your work." You can't get it though.
No. Scratch that.
200 more people.
You talking about the email? How about being in a room with all city council and whoever know you from your work, and they acknowledge you, say it, and give you a city citation or whatever the case may be, but got city budgets and they ain't writing you in it.
$1 million budgets. Right. We talking about M's.
And when we talking about a small piece of the pie to fuel the work that you know that we doing, that's actually invoking true change and impact in their communities. A lot of them don't got all their paperwork together, but how about creating a space where that is a one-stop shop for the people that really need to learn the business?
I see the grant system should be evolved. So I feel like the grant process is so outdated. They need like a tool system that every neighborhood in Philadelphia should get a piece of the pie. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes Frankfurt, we don't get nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, and nobody from Frankfurt on it.
So this a city council thing, state rep thing, mayor thing? Like what is
No.
I'm
about to say, we ain't even trying to like point out no specific city council. It's all of them work for us. I'm about to say it's a system that we need to learn how to operate. That's the problem.
Okay.
As voting citizens, we need to learn the system and we don't know it. That's the problem. It's not that we don't have no power. It's not that voting don't work or none of that. It's really not understanding the power that we possess. And it sounds so crazy and cliche, but the truth of the matter is we don't have the information. And it's about ignorance and apathy. People don't know and they don't care.
They don't think they need to know.
And that's the sad part, because even voting directly affect how much money come into your community. And people don't care about voting.
Most folks only care about voting for their president.
And that's the sad part. That's the big show. That's a show that really don't matter. But the people that you can see that you walk past that you might, those are people you can hold accountable. I can't hold Trump accountable or whoever getting that seat. I can't hold them accountable at my capacity. But in my community, I can hold any official in my community accountable to do what they supposed to do because they literally work for us. And the problem is, nobody really having those conversations. They walking around as if that they're doing something special for us, and you getting paid through our tax dollars to do what we need you to do, but you're not doing it.
Perception of relationship is like is skewed.
It's horrible,
We
actually.
don't understand what you said, that they actually work for us. We see them moving around and we think that we supposed to be trying to serve them in X, Y, and Z. And that's not the case. I love that y'all talking about this. Man. Y'all are literally celebrities within the neighborhood that people can touch.
Yeah,
for sure.
On the Sherry Show,
for sure.
Wallow outside,
for sure,
outside
for sure.
with you, all that, man.
For
like,
sure.
And I think that those things are impactful because it shows our kids that like you can be known, you can have a reputable name, and you don't have to be outside acting a fool.
You don't.
Or you gotta play ball. You don't gotta rap.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
real. No, real. That's real.
He a hero.
Absolutely.
He's a hero.
Broke successful person for sure.
But you also showed it's not about what you said. It's not about the dollar. All that's gonna come.
Absolutely.
When you grow from the neck up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You can have a good heart, but you gotta grow from the neck up.
Absolutely.
The messages y'all sending. 10 years, them kids is a part of what you're doing.
Speaking of that, I got something for y'all.
Yeah,
Speaking of that, I've been doing the mentorship. This is our 10 years of mentoring, officially. I've been doing this mentoring work, impacting the youth to the point where my program that I used to teach, I'm just a CEO as I put the seat now, right? And now the kids that was in the program are running my program.
Crazy.
The kids that came from my program are the creative directors at the Treehouse. The kids that we raised up with morals, values, integrity, and understanding the culture we were trying to create are now the product and running the program. So it's like, that's real tangible evidence of the work that we're doing. And we got hundreds of mentees that graduated out of the program in the last 10 years. Hundreds of mentees. They come together like Power Rangers when it's time.
Yeah. So like, I'm glad you mentioned your program. Because one of the joints that you do that I admire so much, because you don't really see it a lot, because a lot of folks are very prideful and they want folks in their home, but you have parent meetings.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Our
Like,
parent meetings be bigger than the school parent meetings sometimes.
and I'm already aware. What's happening in the meetings? What are y'all talking about?
Everything. We gotta get into the home. You only get in one aspect when you know the kid. When you know the parent, you understand where they coming from.
Right.
You understand why this kid is like that, and then you can serve them better. You gotta get into their upbringing. You gotta find out what's going on in the house, and a lot of those restrictions that, those school counselors can't do, the teacher can't do. They got red tape that they can't engage to a certain extent, but not us. I'm in the community every day. I could kick a door down if I want to.
Right.
About these kids, you feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in the crib if I got to. You know what I mean? And we gonna handle it how we need to in our community. You feel what I'm saying? It's a little bit different when you not under those restrictions. So yeah, like that's a thing.
Can you tell me, so with like the parent meetings, tell me about like a time where y'all having a conversation in parent meeting, you like, damn, like this family or this.
We having whole interventions.
Yeah.
So it could be a kid coming to me. A kid could come to me and he could be straight up and down because of the culture that we created in the Treehouse. He go home, he probably cussing at his mom, all the disrespectful stuff that we're not teaching in the program, but you feel comfortable going home and doing it to your mom because that's what's going on in the house.
Right.
How do we address that? What are you doing that you got all of us sitting right here?
Right.
That you about to crash out to the point where you're not in control of your life because you can't control your own decisions or your attitude or whatever.
Right.
So I'm gonna tell you this: we just added the nest to our organization. There's another arm, is the mental health side. We got therapists and we got our mental. We had a emotional support coach that is in the mental health field, and she been working with us. Her name Les. They call her Miss Free. She been working with us for 5 years, and she transitioned into creating the nest. The nest, her and Jordan is creating the resources and the foundation of bringing and being intentional about bringing a family in. Before we was kind of being intentional, just having parent meetings, but now we got the whole supportive staff with the nest that give you outside resources from the Treehouse. A holistic approach to programming, making sure we taking care of them from the womb to the tomb, from the classroom to the bedroom to the community. We want to make sure that we are standing in the gap. of the needs of wherever they at, so we can help them be for themselves.